Welcome to the Abolitionist Roundtable with your hosts Del, Phil, and Janice. Come on in and take a seat. You're invited to join the roundtable. Call 734-822-1600 to get into the conversation. And now, your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
Well, welcome back, America. Listening audience, you're listening to the fastest growing radio show in America right now. It's called the Abolitionist Roundtable, and I'm proud to be in the driver's seat this morning. This is your host, Del Marsh, and do we always have a great show? Again, you know, we just had another shooting a few days ago, and I want to send out my sympathy, my prayers, my love for those that were injured by some of these people that did a number of shootings this weekend. What was the shooting at just recently? In Louisiana. Well, that's my father's. My father's not from Kenya. My father's home. his that's not his home country. His home state and his home was Mansfield, Louisiana, and I consider that my home too. That's the state of one of our friends. I'm going to try to catch up with presidential candidate to be Bobby Jindal, but absolutely. So we want to just send out that to all our to the friends there. Again, it's not guns that shoot people and kill people. You know, if I took away all the guns on the street, Phil, then I'm gonna tell you, if some people gonna walk around with baseball bats and machetes. Matter of fact, we've seen that happen in Africa. Yeah. They didn't use guns; they used machetes, and they slaughtered hundreds of thousands of their own people in this. You know, in a of course, they have tribes, you know, they all might look alike, but, you know, one tribe fighting against another tribe. It's kind of like one gang fighting against another gang. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind some of these Democrats, liberalism, as Michael Savage say, is a mental disease. Yes, and if you can't see, if you're a liberal, if you can't see that this ideology is destroying everything, then there's a problem. And I want you to join the conversation this morning. Call the show this morning and tell me why you're a liberal and defend liberalism. And give us a call at 734-822-1600. Again, 734-822-1600. I just want to point out something before we get into the agenda that, you know, I was doing some research and I ran across something from ESPY, the ESPY Awards, and they had a guy, they awarded somebody that's gender confused. Oh, that's right. They call him Bruce Jenner. He is Bruce Jenner, and he's trying to create something else out of himself that he wasn't born. But anyway, this is where I have a problem, and I think that I'm gonna challenge this culture right here, and I'm as many outlets that I can get my voice out. But anyway, the ratings at ABC from 2004 was 2.2 viewership. They had 2.2 million viewers in 2004 for this particular award. And I'm going to ask this first question to Mr. Phil Stargell. And the ratings, Phil, went up to 7.7%. So they had a 5 million uptick in viewership because of just a guy that wore a dress.
Yeah, it just shows you that the American people they want to do the right thing. They do not want to do anything to hurt somebody's feelings or to hurt somebody's feelings by saying something that is wrong or whatever they feel is wrong. But you know, we need to call it like it is. It needs to be stated like it is, because how many times have the black people of America said things like people are Uncle Toms and the Hispanic people call them coconuts. Brown on the outside, white on the inside. Okay, so what they're telling you is that they want people that are authentic and real, right?
Oh, I got you.
Yet and still, we see this man that says,
"Well, he's a male."
Yeah,
every male is a man.
well, now wait a minute. He says he's a man.
Okay.
So, and he says he likes women.
Oh.
So this is really confusion.
It is.
And I watched because I was curious. Kim Kardashian asked him what was his intention when he was with her mother. Was it a lesbian love affair?
Okay, I got you.
And I'm standing there with my mouth open trying to figure out, since when does this kind of conversation take place, at 8 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening? But this is what's going on. And people are putting up a charade. Like you said, Michael Savage said, liberalism is
mental disorder.
Well, progressivism is flat out insanity. That's what it is. It's insanity. This is insane. And one of the other sisters actually called him mad. She asked him, "What is what did we call you? Mom, Dad, or mad?" And so this is what's going on.
Mayor, I heard you was on Joshua's Trail and you talked about something of natural law.
Yeah.
Yes.
You identified something as natural law. You can't call a cow a horse and
what I say,
and a tree
what I say is a tree is a tree. You could strap a log on the middle of a tree and it's not going to be a man. It's a tree is a tree, and you can take a man. You can put 25 pounds of makeup on a man and you're not going to get a woman out of it. And a woman can't be a tree. That's my description of the natural law.
Yes,
a tree is a tree, a man is a man, and a woman is a woman. A tree can't be a man, a man can't be a woman, and a woman can't be a tree. But you know what? The circus freak show has been popular throughout history, quite frankly, because we all like to, we're all drawn toward oddity, and so that's why that's what I attribute to the increase in the viewership. Is it's just the human natural desire to see a freak show.
Okay, yeah. That's what it was.
That's all.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe that's why they gave him this particular award, Bruce Jenner. Here, folks, we know. On the show, he called himself so-called Catherine Jenner, but we're talking about Bruce Jenner, a male that wore a dress. But so that's just a side note. I was curious about that I'm talking about 5 million. It was a 5 million people uptick in viewers. And so I thought we would point that out, bring that out. Well, here, I want to get into our agenda now. Again, we're going to have a guest this morning, Steve, from 40 Days of Life. Of course, those latest videos we've seen, the ESPN executives, remember, they sold this to the public that it's not a child, it's a blob, but they have a woman sign a consent form to harvest body parts for research, but it's not really a child, it's a blob. So again, that's that confusion, and we're going to have a guest in a later on this morning, Steve from 40 Days to Life, and he's going to go into that a little bit with us. But it was something that somebody that's not no stranger to us all here in Metro Detroit area, and he writes for the Detroit News, and that's Nolan Finley. And Nolan Finley wrote an article, and it's Obama targets the suburbs. Now we heard that he come up with something called the
disparate impact. Isn't that what you're talking about?
Well, it's called the affirmatively reaffirming fair housing rule. I mean, it's a tongue twister. I'm just going to call
more
it
progressivism.
AFHR. And Phil, now what they want to do is they want to, they want to take no more rich and poor areas, no more ghettos and suburbs. They want across the street from your $200,000 house. They want to pull a public housing now, Phil, which is going to drive down the value of your home, and then after you see a few people walking up and down the street in their house shoes, you're going to decide to sell your house and leave. They turn it into Section 8 and the whole area go down. But this is what now liberals are. We already seen that, when they had this dream that everybody should have a house, we had a housing collapse. But now, okay, they act like they forgot about that. And now they want to come up with this new utopia.
Yeah.
This new utopia. What do you think this new utopia is going?
It's government gone wild. That's all it is. I mean, and what'll happen is, it's Obama's idea that the government can take you out of poverty. Government will never be able to take you out of poverty as long as the poverty is in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You see, what people do is the people that are really in poverty, they are helpless, and the government needs to help them. But the people that are capable of working,
and I admit that too. You're right. There are some people that truly need some help.
Yeah,
absolutely. But temporarily.
Yeah.
America has been the most charitable nation on the face of the earth. But you know what I see happening? The ruling class in this country is taking the wealth of American citizens like you and I, taking it away from us and giving it to foreign aliens.
Yes.
I mean, quite frankly,
under something called climate change.
Yeah,
that's the biggest hoax of wealth transfer.
Yeah,
well,
that's
they're burdening
exactly
us they're burdening us with regulation and regulation and taxes and a lawlessness that we can't even control, to where we're all confused. And then they're enriching foreign aliens through entitlements and through actual physical help. So what are they trying to do?